Hi all, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do some tags and pockets. Now the tags I've made out of book pages, and I've just folded up a book page. I did a sketch of a mushroom, and the pockets I made out of, this is a A6 paper pad, and I just folded them in half and I cut that with a die and then used it. Well, I cut these with a die, but I have used some and cut them out with scissors. These ones don't have any cellophane or acetate in them, and that's fine. I did a long tall one because I had some ticket tags that I'd made, and it was just again made out of a book page and then stamped on. Again, that's just a flower that I coloured in, and this, I think I've stuck it in when I've been, that's it. So that was actually the book cover, and that's just a dragonfly sketch that I've been doing. That one does have cellophane in it, and this one doesn't. So what we'll do first is I'll show you how I made the tags. The local charity shop, and I liked the font on it. It's quite a pretty font, and I like the Greek lettering. So what I did was I used a glue stick. I folded, I didn't even measure, I just guessed it. Folded it in half like that. Folded it back down. Then I just run the glue stick round the edges. And folded it over like that. Then I just cut it to size. So I have some prepared. I mean, you don't have to have them that size. You can have them any size you want. So I did cut bits off them, and what I've been using is I've been using some of them as the little tags to go on the top of the tab tops. So we'll put that one there. So we've got our tags. I've got 2 pages here. Sit down. That I've drawn round, and all I do is I just cut up and I just cut under the line. This one with the knife, and again I'll get my blade out. And my metal ruler, make sure you've got a cutting board underneath. Otherwise you will go through anything that you're cutting. Yeah. And there's that one. And it has got some pencil on it, because obviously it came from the charity shop. You always find that things have been wrote in, or you know, dates have been put in and things like that. So I'm just putting this away, otherwise I'll end up stabbing myself. As for the cellophane, we bought some birthday cards while we were here. Did was I just put that on there. I think folded in half. I think it actually covered. Yes, it did. It was a and then I just cut it up as best I could. Keep the two ends together. Oh. Shove that one there. Cut that little bit off. And I've cut it too small. How easy it is. There we are. So now you can either use double-sided sticky tape round there. It's up to you. I used a bit of glue. I'll use some Fabri-Tac. Now I'm just putting a thin line of the Fabri-Tac glue round. And then we'll place that on there. Be careful, because if it goes into, you know, into the bit that you're viewing through, it does make a mess. So if you just put a thin line and then brush it out away from the window. Now, what I usually do is I put a little bit of old washi tape. I got some quite cheap from Flying Tiger. I think it was about 30 cents they were selling it off. So I bought a couple of rolls, and what I do is I put that there. And the reason I do that is because when you're pushing things in, if you haven't got your cellophane or acetate completely glued down right to the edges, it will catch on whatever you're putting in. Okay, and then all I do is we'll use the Fabri-Tac again, and again a small bead of glue as straight as you can. I'm not very good at doing straight lines. And then just bend it over, and there we have it. Okay, and then you can round the corners. If you round the corners, make sure you get the glue right to the edges, and then we can put our, we'll put this one in. There we are. And you can decorate this with paper, stamping. In fact, I've got some flower stamps here. Well, I think I got these from AliExpress. I don't know where. I've had them for absolute yonks. Put them away, forgot I had them, and then found them when I was looking for something one day. So there we have that one. So that's another one. I'm not going to put any acetate in that, but what I will use is I'll use the ones that I've already put acetate in. And these are parts of this pad over here. That one's not got any in, so again, the tags. So I'll just put the lid on my glue for now. So we've got, and don't put your tag in until your glue's dried, otherwise you'll have this problem. Oh, see, that's ripped it because it's, I've used fabric tack and it sticks. And that's not stuck. Right, so we'll put that there. This one and this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them down to match this little tag here. This one's already had its tag tops put in, so I'll just use that as a template. And that tag's just a little bit wider, so that's fine. If it doesn't fit in, you can always trim a little bit off the sides. And we'll get rid of them. Now, I'm not going to sketch. What I am going to use is I'm going to use some stamps, some of my little birdie stamps, because I like these little birdie stamps. So I've got a kingfisher, a robin and a little Jenny Wren. I'm not sure if they'll, yeah, they will fit on there. So all I do is I just use the glue stick to stick them down. And I'm going to use the black onyx VersaFine because it is quite a nice black. Now this stamp did have the grass right round the kingfisher, but I preferred it without, so I cut it off. I've still got it, and then I'm just going to put this roughly about, not quite halfway, but and there we have that one. So we'll put that one over there. We'll do a little robin one. Hopefully this might stick on the glue that's on there. Yeah. And we'll ink him up. And again, he had grass round his, above him, but I preferred it without. So, and we'll put him on here, and again, just where you think the window will be. I mean, if you want you to be precise, you can sort of look at it like that. And yeah, he'll show in the window. And there's the little robin. And then I'll do 2 little Jenny Wrens because I like this one in the teacups. Hopefully he'll stick. Yep. And then I've got some mushrooms, I've got some birds, I'll do some other flowers on the other ones. And then I've got a mixture of tags that I can use in journals. And although these, you know, these fronts are coloured, I can always change them. I can put sort of like book pages, collages and things like that on. But I will decorate some of these up, because I like to put Tracy labels on them. And there we are. I'm just getting a wet wipe out just to wipe my stamps. I will give them a scrub later. I think these are going to be my most used stamps. I quite like these. I think this little Jenny Wren one is. You can get stamp cleaner that cleans them for permanent stamps, but I don't have it with me, so we'll just put them over there. And we'll put that on there. So we want tab tops on those. As I said, the ones that I'd cut off, I just use these as tab tops, and I just bent them over and just stuck them down. But I'm going to use the art glitter glue with this one. Just put a little tiny bit here. And here. And then just roughly in the middle. There we are. And if you want, you can take the corners off. I sometimes like to take the corners off. And ink it up. If you paid, I mean, these book pages are quite white, so you know what I've been doing as well is I've just been, and this is ground espresso, but obviously I wait till the ink's quite dry before I rub it over the stamp. Rub it over the tag, sorry. So I'll rub this one on. And you can put a bit of book page on the back, so you've got a journaling space, or another picture. It's up to you. Just trying not to put too much ink on. And then we'll get my Tracy labels out. Oh, I think that's all of them. So we'll put You can do a bit of collaging and put, you know, some bits of paper and things like that on. But I just like the plainness of them. I just think they look quite nice, and I'm just turning that one over. So we've got that one. That one, and I'll not bother inking around that one because it's got a brown edge. But these labels, they do come bigger, but what I usually do is I print off, so upside down, no, it's the right way. I print off two to a page, so you get the tiny small labels as well, so you get these like little tiny numbers. A little bit fiddly when you're cutting them out, but I quite like them. And then we'll put that one down there, and we'll put a little bit of book page. This one seems to have opened. Right, okay. Cut that one off. As long as you've got it on one side, you only need to do the bit that's going on the tag on the other side. Then all I do is I just fit it under like that to where I think I want it. I don't want it out too much. And then I just, and again, and we'll just nip the corners off. And we've got the little robin, so I think we'll, this is about red foxes, nothing to do with robins, but ew. So I think what we'll have is we'll have this one up here like that, and I think we'll have this tiny little one like that. We'll just put that to just join the stamp to that. And again, we'll try some, just try some of this. Again, just, and then just a little bit. Again, just take the and this one we'll put, I think we'll put a green and a blue sticker on this, because kingfishers are like, they're, well, like bluey green with an orange front. Yep. And we'll put that one like that. And if you're wondering where I got the tiny scissors from, they were in a set of 3 titanium scissors. The biggest pair was just a little bit smaller than that. Then there's another pair like that with rounded blades on them, and these, and I use them more for fussy cutting round tiny things, but because they're so tiny I tend to put them in the pile system on my desk, and then I can't find them until I clear away. So but I think I got them from Create and Craft years and years ago. Probably would have been when Create and Craft first started. And there we are. So we'll just put the little labels back. I'm just going to see how much time I've got, see if I can. Right, so. But normally all I do is they're just watercolour Staedtler paints, watercolour pencils, and all I do is I just do the little robin like that. And then I just put some, not a lot of dark brown, but just a tiny bit. And then get a little bit of orange. And I just put a tiny little bit of orange underneath. And that's it. And that's all I do. And to me, I quite like that. And you can put water on it. I've got these water paint brushes. If you want, I don't tend to, not an awful lot, unless I'm wanting to do some watercolouring. But these are quite nice for when you're just playing about, because they don't let an awful lot of water off. But there you are. If you put water on it, it intensifies it a little bit. So then we'll just put a little bit more red. Also on the dark bits. And there we have it. And to me, I love that. I think it's lovely. If I wanted to stitch it, I would use either orange or red stitching. But I'll let him dry before I put him in. But what I would do is I will probably put him in. I'll see if I can get him in without. There. And to me, I love that. That's one that I've been putting bits of tape round. Here's one of the ones we did, and I think this is the one that dropped to bits a little bit. So I hope you get something from this. As I say, this is just a base. You can put anything on them. I've done sketches, that's stamping. You can put pictures on them, photographs. You know, at home I've got like the old vintage photographs, which would be lovely in these things. So again, happy crafting, and I hope you all have a go. And would like to see, I've got a Facebook group. It's under my name, Julianne Crandall. I do put a lot of stuff on there, and you can show me what you've done. Now this, I didn't invent this myself. I got the pockets from, I was watching Julie at Cameliacrafts. The tags, I was watching somebody stamp tags and making them out of book pages. I've seen lots of people making tags out of book pages, and I quite often do it. But yeah, so as I said, and it just builds up your stash. You can make your pockets out of anything, book page, newspaper, anything, and then decorate it when you put it in your journal. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.